Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first tutorial for Meslit from HEMA organization. My name is Lesego Moro. I'm a student at University of Johannesburg. I'm currently doing law LLB. So, students, today we're gonna deal with paper 2 for Meslit. This paper is from 2015. It deals with a lot of issues like, from what I have seen, students have given me a lot of issues on terms of tariffs, things like that. And then I think this paper deals with a lot of that and gives you practice. The more you practice, the more you get to know. And one thing about Meslit is that everything you're given, you don't have to like make up facts or anything. Everything you are given with Meslit. So without wasting each other's time, for example, let's do question one. Question one is about, with Meslit you have to read and you have to know how to, and every word is important. Just put that in mind. Every word is important. Okay, question one states Mrs. Letsele owns a large national cleaning company that cleans office blocks in various cities. 4 years ago, she obtained an additional cleaning contract. She employed additional employees on a contract basis for the 4 years. The Unemployment Insurance Fund, which is UIF, requires that an employer and employee each contribute 1% of the employee's gross salary to the fixed salary. So which means that it's going to be 2%. 1% from the salary and 1% from the employer. 1% employee, 1% employer. Keep that in mind. Then it goes to say the number of additional employees that gross salaries are as follows: 11 handymen, each receiving monthly salary of 4,410.37 cents. Then other workers is 272 cleaners, men and women in their ratio 1:3, each receiving 18 rand, 66 cents per hour. That's actually low, yo. 12 then there's 12 supervisors. 18 rand 66 cents per hour, and they work 8 hours a day, and they work 20 days per month. That information is very important, guys. It's very, very, very important in Meslit, because they don't just give you information, they don't ask questions about that. So you have to note down every information. So it's going to be important for you in the examination. Underline each and every word that, for example, if it includes numbers, underline, especially when it has numbers, underline it. Keep in mind. Moving on. 12 supervisors. There is 12 supervisors. Oh, it's long. Okay. 12 supervisors in the same gender ratio as the cleaners. That is 1:3. Each receiving a monthly salary of 230, more than the cleaners' monthly salary. So, in order to get supervisors' monthly salary, you have to calculate the cleaners' monthly salary, then add 230. That's what the statement say. Then, lastly, there are 11 drivers, which are paid weekly, and each receiving 734 rands, 53 cents per week, and they are paid weekly. Remember that, weekly. And it goes to say note. You see, they even note. They even give you in the Avinja. Things are like this. They say for the purpose of UF contributions, the weekly salary is to be multiplied by 52 weeks, then divided by 12 months. That's why the 52 and 12 come to determine the monthly salary. 52 weeks, 12 months. That's why you get a monthly salary when you receive a payment by weekly. Okay, question 1.1. It says that show with calculation that the gross salary for an additional driver is 3,182 rands, 96 cents. You see what I'm saying here? Most of the students, they confuse these additional drivers. They're not adding. Remember the statements. These are additional employees, all of them. So when they say additional, they're not adding a driver on top of this number. No, they're not doing that. They're actually saying that calculate the monthly salary of the 11 drivers. Okay, so here we're gonna do this 11 drivers. So we're gonna take what they think the note ones. When they say note, weekly salaries divided, multiply by 52 divided by 12. Simple equation. Just take their weekly salary, which is 734.53 times 52 divided by 12. Then you get your answer, and the answer is the same. True. If you do that, you're gonna get 3,182 rands, 96 cents. Simple. 2 marks for free. Simple as that. Simple. For one driver. That's for one driver. Now we're gonna go to the big questions. This one, question 1.1.2, it has many ways you can deal with it. So you remember when I told you employee pays 1% and employee pays 1% also, it becomes 2%. So now the question says calculate the total monthly contributions payable to UIF for all the additional employees. Monthly. Remember that. Monthly. So now the question is asking that how much is Miss Letsele going to pay for the employees? Because with UIF, it works like this. It's like literally UIF is literally taking 1% of your salary every month when you work. When you have a tax number and you get a pay slip, it takes 1%, and that money is going to be used. For example, you lose your job, you can go and claim E for I don't know the time period, but I think it's 3 months. I'm not sure. Correct? I stand to be corrected. You can go and claim the money you've been paying, and they pay you in monthly, as if you're getting a salary. That's how UIF works. So now UIF requires 2%. 1% is from employer and 1% is from employee. So technically, before a pay slip gets to you, the 1% is taken. So you can say the employer pays it all in total. So but the monthly UIF amount. So there are different ways you can do this. Firstly, I need to already have a month's salary for what? For this, for the 11 handymen. So what we don't have is for cleaners, supervisors. You already have for drivers from question 1.1. So you just have to calculate for these two to remove them on the way, not to make our life hard. So for a cleaner, use the same the same method we used on 1.1.1. You say it's not the same method actually. Sorry for that. So for cleaners, you're gonna take 8. It's 8 times what? 20. 8 hours a day. How many days a month? 20. That's going to give you 160 hours. 106 hours. And an hour is what? 18 rand 66 cents. So it's 160 times 18 rand 66 cents, which is going to give you somewhere around 2,000. Let me confirm. So 160. Yeah, this calculator is doing the shits. Sorry about that. Okay, 160 times 18 rand 66. Yeah, 2,985 60 cents. Yeah, 2,985. That's for one cleaner. For one clean. And those are marks. Remember, guys, marks. You see, 10 marks. You have to be careful. And with 10 marks, if the calculation is correct, but the answer from 1.1 is wrong, you still get marks, guys. Marks are very simple in Meslit. I'm gonna lie, marks are very simple. You just have to read. Focus on reading more than on the calculations. If you focus on your time on reading, calculations are they're just gonna come to you easily. That's how simple it is. Okay, moving on. Now you have to calculate salary for one supervisor also. So since I told you guys, the statement said the monthly salary for each supervisor is 230 more than of a cleaner. So we're gonna take the amount we got for the cleaner is 2,985 rands, 60 cents plus 230. So you take the answer plus 230. So it's going to be 3,215.60 cents. That's a monthly salary for one supervisor. One, remember, one. So now we go to salaries. Now we calculate salaries. This is the simplest way. I'm gonna do all of the ways. Simplest way. So for handyman, you're gonna say 11 times 4,410.37 cents, which gives me somewhere around 40 something. Let me see. Yes, which is 48,554.07. That's the monthly salary for all of the handymans. Okay, next one is cleaners. Cleaners is 272 times the answer we calculated when starting with 1.1.2, which is 272 times 290. Sorry, give me a second. 272 times 2,985.60, which will give you 812,083 rands, 20 cents. Yeah, it's in the 800 margin. It's more than half a million because there are a lot of cleaners. So which means the company is making big bucks chasing the bags. See, afraid opening a company is beneficial. Just have to stick to it, because literally, if she's able to pay 272 cleaners, how much is she pulling in each month? Think about that. Okay. So you got an answer for it's 812,083 rands, 20 cents. It's for all the cleaners, the monthly salary for all the cleaners combined. Then drivers. Wait, before we go to drivers, supervisors. There are 12 supervisors. Since on the supervisors we got the amount, which was 3,215.60 cents. We're going to take that amount, times it by 12, because there are 12 supervisors in the company. So it's going to give us 8,587.2 cents. 20 cents. Yeah. 2 cents. 20 cents, because you're dealing with rents. 20 cents. That's for supervisors, all of them combined. And there are 11 drivers now. And 11 drivers, the same method we used. The drivers. Oh yeah. With the drivers, you got this and the monthly salary from question 1.1. So take that answer, multiply by what? 11. And the answer should give you like 35,000. 35k, 35,012 rands, 56. So what you have learned here is that for you to able to work up to the answer with regards to UIF, you have to get the monthly salary for one worker, then multiplied by all the workers in the company. That's simple. So, and from the statements you have been given one. Actually, you have been given two, because the drivers, or the first question you're calculating, literally they gave you the answer. You just have to show calculation to prove the answer. Simple as that. This is basically finding x or solving for x in simpler terms. You feel me? Okay. So now we go to total salaries. We took all the salaries of all the workers in the company. We add all of them together, and that will give us 939,197.03 cents. That's the total of the additional employees we have from the contract. So essentially yeah, that's how much salaries Mrs. Letzi has to pay to the employees. So now the question says total monthly UIF. So now we're going to UIF, and since I told you 1% employee, 1% employee, so it's going to be 2%. So you just take the amount, 2% of the total salaries per month. Yeah, 2% times total salaries. It should give you the UIF contributions that they need to be paid to the UIF, and it's 18,683.94. Then you're done. Simple, short, sweet, simple. Unless you wanna go the long way. With the long way, you firstly start with the same step. Calculate the monthly salary for cleaner and a supervisor. Same step. There you go. Okay. Then you do this one. It's a long way. Then you take total payable UIF. You're gonna take 11 for handyman. I say 11 times monthly salary times 2%. It's going to give you an answer. Same as the cleaners, supervisors, drivers. 272 times the monthly salary times 2%. For supervisors, 12 times 3,215.60 cents times 2%. All the answers you get. And you're going to add all of the answers you get, and you're still going to get the same answer. So it's up to you which method you use. But these two methods are the simplest ones. But the second one is just a long form. A long way for me, because literally you could have solved this with the simpler terms and get that with the question and move to the next question. But this is your marks, work the way you want, but make sure you always double check your answers before you submit. Double check your answers, guys, because the way our mind works, it's very stressful. Okay, so yeah, even for drivers, it's 35,000. For 11 drivers, it's going to be 35,000. 35,012 rands, 56 times 2%. That's close to 710.25. Yeah. Then you add all of them, then you're gonna get your UIF pay per month that the company must pay, and the workers, the employee, and the employer must pay. Okay. And remember, with rounding off, I have seen students failing to round off. With rounding off, you only round off to the two digits, when the last two numbers, when it's rands. Because if the number is, if the answer is like more than two numbers, then you bring it up to the last two to create sense into. Okay, so now you're going to 1.1.3. Ms. Litzeli stated that the percentage difference between the salary of the lowest paid additional employee and the mean salary of the additional employee is less than 3%. Verify showing all calculation whether the statement is valid or not. So basically, you just have to prove my calculations if the statement she's saying is correct or not. So basically, the mean. Do you know, guys, what's the mean? The mean is like average. It's average. Mean is like average of something. For example, okay, the way you calculate your average on your report, it's all the subjects, the marks you got divided by what? By the number of the subject times 100. Right? That's the mean. That's how you calculate the mean. So you're gonna say the UIF contribution from all the total gross monthly salary of all the workers, all of them, divided by the number of workers. So it's going to be 934,000 197 rands, 03 cents divided by 306 employees. Then you get you get 3,052 rands, 93. Then you take the mean salary minus the cleaner salary, cause here they say the difference between the salary of the lowest paid additional employee and the mean salary of the additional employee is less than 30%. The lowest paid is the cleaners. The lowest paid is the cleaners. You see, read with understanding, guys. Understanding. It's the mean salary minus cleaner salary divided by what? Cleaner salary times 100, and it's going to give you somewhere the rounding off is going to give you 2,255158092%. You run it off to what? To 1 digit, since it's a percentage. So it's going to be 2,3, because it's 5, and when the number is 5, you add 1 to the next number, so it's 5. So it's going to be 2,3%, which means her statement is valid. Simple as that. Simple. I prefer you go with this method, the one I just showed you now, guys. So, okay, students, sorry about that, but moving on. Thunberger analyzed, this is question 2.2. Thunberger analyzed the data and realized that she needed to reduce the number of calories she consumed daily. She read an article from the internet about the amount of sugar contained in some drinks. Table 3 below shows the sugar content per volume of some drinks. Okay. Basically, as I've said before, immensely everything you're given, what's on the table, you're gonna be asked questions about. Make sure you understand the table. So now, this is sugar content per volume of the drinks. So Thunberger drinks, energy drinks, and on the table you have drink, volume, number of teaspoons of sugar, number of calories per drink. Okay, so this thing you're not just given for mahala, you really need to like understand. So there's energy drink, vitamins, lemon, iced tea, orange juice, chocolate milk, vanilla soy milk. The fuck is that? Coca-Cola and Diet Coke, Diet Cola and dry lemon. So, and as I've said, just like the first question, note. You see this thing of note, it's very important. They say 1 tablespoon of sugar is equals to 4 grams. 4 grams. 1 teaspoon. So it's teaspoon. My mistake. It's teaspoon of sugar is 4 grams. 1 teaspoon of sugar is 16 calories. So so which means 4 grams is equals to what? 16 calories. Thunberger usually drink 240 ml cans of energy drink, 240 ml bottle of chocolate milk, and 130 ml of dry lemon per day. Damn, this person needs. Okay. She decided to be more health conscious, and changed her daily drinks intake into 2 500 ml bottle of vitamin water, 1 240 ml bottle of vanilla soy milk, and 1 330 ml bottle of Diet Cola. Okay, we go to the questions now. The instructions are straightforward. Use table 3 to answer the following questions. As I've said, what's on the table, gonna be asked about it. Calculate the total mass of sugar in grams that will be consumed by one person in 1 year by drinking 330 ml of cans of cola daily. So, Coke, this is Coke basically. Coke 330 ml, 2 a day. And how many days are in a year? How many days vele? Okay, I'm still thinking. I know, just 365 days. There are 365 days in a year. So now you are working with 365 days. Calculate the mass of sugar. So we are using mass. Mass is what? Grams, not calories. Grams. Mass is grams. We have to find the mass of the sugar the one has consumed in a year. So we're gonna say mass in 1 can. The mass in 1 can, we're gonna go to the table and find cola. There's a number of tablespoons. You see? Number of tablespoons. And how many tablespoons? It's 875 tablespoons. Teaspoons, sorry, teaspoons. I keep confusing teaspoons. So you're gonna take 8.75 times 4 grams because of this note they're giving us. 4 grams times 8.75. 800-ish. Forgive me. It's 8.75 times 4 grams, which will give you 35 grams in 1 can. For a year, for 1 can, it's going to be 35 grams times 365, which is going to give you 12,775 grams in 1 can. And since there are 2 cans, we multiply that by 2. You say 12,775 grams times 2, which will give you 25 grams, 550 grams. Since it's daily thingy, 365 is daily. Simple, straightforward, and simple. Yeah, boy. 4 marks for free, guys, for free. This is not given for free, guys. Please, it's not given for free. Understand this. And paper 2 is for Mathslate is easy. Mathslate is like walk in the park. Get that mentality in your head. It's a walk in the park. I remember my days in high school where I would literally go to write a maths paper without even touching a maths book, because I knew it was easy. Everything is given there. But I'm not saying you must do it, but get that mentality. Mathslate, it's easy. I cannot stress this enough. Mathslate is easy. But moving on, calculate the difference in total number of calories that Thembeka consumes after changing her daily drinks intake. So Thembeka used to drink so firstly it's 5 marks. So we're gonna have to find the calories per she used to take before she changed her diet. Then calculate the calories of the new diet. Feel me? Yeah. That's how it's going to be. Okay, let me explain further. Thembeka used to take so we are supposed to get calories. Yeah, with calories, it's simple. With calories, it's simple. So give me a minute. So you can just say okay. Okay, so before the diet, the sugar intake was 7.25 times 2 or 240 mils of energy drink. Yeah, 7.25 times 2. This is the 2 cans divided by 10.5. So my mistake, it's plus. My mistake, plus 10.5 of Tri-Lemon, because she used to take 1 liter, 3 milliliters of dry lemon. It's 1 milliliter of dry lemon. So you add this times 2 plus this. It's going to give us 33.25 teaspoons or 133 grams. So which means oh, my mistake. Sorry about that, kids. Sorry about that. Okay, so erase everything before that. So you're gonna do this. So that's what it's simple. It's going to be CB. So it's going to be 124. Number of calories. We're working with this table, the last table. Sorry about that. That's my mistake. Times 2 because it's 2. So it's going to give us it's going to be times 2 plus 116. She used to drink chocolate milk. 116. Sorry for my bad habit. I'm using a mouse here. So yeah, and plus it's at night. It's around 3 a.m. doing this. Okay, so it's going to give us 532 calories. 532 calories. This is before 532 calories, and that's before. That's before 532. Keep that in mind. So now we do what after. After the same procedure, you go to the drinks. She drinks now. Then you add all the calories. Multiply if there are 2 bottles. Let me see. Yes, she takes 2 since it's vitamin water. So the calories is 52. So it's going to say how many? 500 mils. Oh, 500 mils. So since it's 500 mils, you're gonna say 500 mils times 52 divided by what? 240, because here you are given a 240 milliliters divided by 240. Then times 2 because there are 2 plus 32 of vanilla soy milk is 32 calories plus 0. Diet cola doesn't have calories, but I don't believe that. I don't. Come on, just sugar. I can tell it's just the sugar. But so yeah, then it's going to give you 248.67 calories. Then you take the first 532 calories minus 283. That's where you get the difference, because the question is looking for what the difference. So most marks are gonna come from the 532 and the division. The division of 500 times 52 divided by 240. Then another mark is gonna come from 0 for cola. They want to see if you can note it. Then the total calories of 248.67 after changing the diet. Then another mark is gonna come from 283.33. That's the difference. That's what the question wants. Okay, then Temega goes again. Temega stated, by changing my daily drinks intake, I will now consume only 50% of my previous daily amount of sugar. So now we are working with sugar. So few minutes ago I instead of answering 2.2, I answered 2.3 by mistake. So we're going back. So with sugar intake before diet, we say 775, because now you're dealing with what? Now you're dealing with this column, the sugar column. So we say 775 times 2, because it's 2 bottles of energy drink before the diet. This one is before, remember that, before, plus 775 of chocolate milk and 7,25 7,25 plus 10,5 is trilemon. Then it's going to give it 333.25 tablespoons or 133 grams. Then we calculate for sugar intake 2. So it is still energy drink, chocolate milk, and dry lemon. Think so? Yeah. Energy drink, chocolate milk, and dry lemon. Same procedure. You're gonna say two of this, or 240 mils. You're gonna say 2 times 500 times 3,25. This is after divided by 240. Then there's still more. Then plus 2 plus 0. All of these numbers are getting from here. Just a matter of how you deal with things, how you say things. So you're gonna get. So basically, the answer here, if you punch this in the calculator, you're gonna get 15,54 tablespoons. Before intake, before the change, it was 33.25 tablespoons. After the change, it was 15,54 tablespoons. So now we need to find the percentage now. The percentage that she cut down the thingy with. Okay. So now you can use grams or teaspoons, but using teaspoons, you say 15,54 divided by what? By 33.25 times 100. It's going to be 46.74%. And what did the statement say? Only 50%. Only 50%. She didn't say less than. Only. That word only is very important. Only. So which means the statement is not valid. It is invalid. Okay, guys. UJ. This is question 4.2. UJ awards merit bursaries to deserving students according to the admission point score APS on their matric results. True. With UJ, you get orange carpet. From my experience, once you're an orange carpet student, you get treated better. When students will complain, hey, NSFAS blocked me, I wasn't blocked because I was an orange carpet. They give you money for books. If you have applied to stay in res, you get the first preferences. Basically, more PASA, you get the best treatment. Education gives you recognition, guys. Remember that education gives you recognition. You're not just going to school just for the fun of it. No, it gives you recognition. So, but moving on, total APS score point is calculated by taking the APS for only 7 subjects as follows. Pass the percentage of the following candidate. 6 best subjects with life orientation as the 7th subject. For all the subjects except LO, the percentage scored in the NSC final examination I used to calculate APS. It takes 6 except LO. LO the only, from what I've heard, LO they will take if it's 80% in vets. The high school, the university, high school down the road in vets. Had a vets. It is what it is. But you know the best university currently one. But as equal up. For life orientation, the percentage scored is divided by 2, then rounded up by to the nearest 10%. Yeah, but UJ, you don't know this. I'm surprised even this is here. Okay. Table 5 shows APS. Table 6 shows the merit bursary value award as a percentage of the total tuition cost paid. Okay, so table 5 KPS table 6 bursary period. Okay, so AP level 7 okay, 80 to 100, level 6 70 to what 279. This one is simple. Then we calculate my APS score point. What I'm saying is that if your APS score point is below 30, sana asazi kokuzoxolela, asazi uzothini, but here ibhazari 18 below 39 uthola 0% of the bursary merit value. Our guy next value 39 you get 30%, 40 to 42 you get 50%. That's orange carpet. I was falling under the 40 to 42, so I got 50%. UJ paid 50% of my school fees. So I'm speaking from experiences. I'm not flexing or doing anything. I'm just saying with it isn't that. Then E 43 to 45 is 75%. Above 45 it's 100%. When you do above, it's like when you're doing like more than 8 subjects, I think so. Okay, so now then khona report aka Takashiro la Shy Africans nge-62, English file nge-70, Maths Lit nge-64. I think this about Maths Lit must be 70 now, Prophet. That's all, 70 now. When you're in the 60s, it's basically 13 maths in pure maths. That's how Maths Lit is taken university. When you have a distinction in Maths Lit, they will take you than take someone who has a 16 pure maths. Don't know why, but they prefer that. So Maths Lit, even if you do physics and Maths Lit, as long as you pass your Maths Lit in high numbers, uzongena kule course uyifunayo. Trust me, uzongena. Just that they wanna add 1 year to you. Acanga ukuthi usididana udomnyana department seyibalekele varsity. You're all gonna do it anyway. But asikho lapho. Life orientation in 92. Okay. Accounting is 79, life science in 84, economics in 85, geography in 83. Okay, so this is basically a bachelor. Okay, so now the question: calculate the percentage bursary value that Takashiro will receive if she applies for merit bursary. So merit bursary is basically orange carpet, as I've said. So but Labatini, you use this information here. We use this information here. We exclude the lowest when calculating APS score point. According to this information, we exclude the lowest. So from the report, Afrikaans is the lowest because it's 62% is the lowest. So firstly, you have to find APS score point LO, because LO in a style. So ELO, but the percentage score is divided by 2, then multiplied by 10%. No, rather up to 10%. So up to 10%, up to the nearest 10%. So you're going to say 92 divided by 2. It's going to give you 46%. 92 divided by 2. Yes, 46%. Then you run it off to the nearest 10. The nearest 10 is what? 50. 50%. So Imagega Takashiro is 50% LO. Okay. Then the total is based on the final results. So LO sikhiphile, not African sikhiphile. Then siselengani. Africans it's out. This one is out. Africans is out. Then it's selling Ngales. So this one is, since it's in the 70s, it's level 6. Then this one is 64, it's level 5. let me know. So it's level 5. So it's going to be level. So you just take these levels from there. You just check the percentage, then check the level. Then you're gonna add all the numbers. So since it's 70, it's level 6. 60, 64, it's level 5. 90. No, since we calculate the LO, it's in the 50s. So it's going to be level 4. So it's going to be 6, 5, 4, then 6 again, then 7, 7, 7. So you take all those numbers, you add them together, you get 42. 42. You're passing, yeah. But as of you go 45. As of you go 45. If you put in more words, come sleep. She should have just put more work, come sleep. So which means she APS Open Turkish is 42%, so she qualifies for 50% buzzer. Simple, then you're done with this question. So this is our last slide. This is our last slide of A2. Thank you for tuning into our video. This is just small beginning. We're gonna do more in videos. We just want you guys to engage with us. Give us your problems. We are here to help. Give us your problems. We're here to help everyone with their problems, because we're giving back to the community. Us growing up, there was no person who will do this for us, but you guys are lucky. We are here to help you guys with preparations, prelims, and final exams, because you are the future leaders of the country. And remember the life you promised yourself. Always wake up in the morning with the life you promised yourself, doing what you want to achieve, the life you promised yourself. But anyway, we're free to. It's from your Twitter for Mislead Oleseo Kotanyangiza Porisi from EGMA. We say thank you. Salute.